Next chapter 3, theories of employment and income. This is the third chapter in our subject economics. Each and every country faces number of problems. Out of that, the unemployment is the most crucial problem, especially in India, especially in developing countries like India. So the classical economists as well as the modern economists explain the relationship between the employment and the income. The classical economists and modern economists explain the relationship between the employment and the income theories. So what do you mean by full employment? Full employment means a person who is willing to work. A person who is willing to work, able to work, must have a job. This is called employment. A person who is willing to work or ready to work and he is able to work any job, any work, and must have a job. This is known as employment. Every country faces full employment or attain full employment. So every country attain full employment where all the resources are fully utilized. All the resources, whether it is renewable resources or non-renewable resources, it should be fully utilized. Also efficiently utilized. That time they can achieve the maximum amount of output. So when all the resources are fully and efficiently utilized by the country, that it leads to increasing or achieving of maximum amount of output. But in reality, full employment means the full employment of labor forces. Full employment of labor forces, which is known as full employment in reality. But in general, every country attains the full employment and all the resources, and whether it may be renewable resources or non-renewable resources or even the factors of production are fully utilized, there will be an existence of maximum output. Then unemployment and its types. What do you mean by unemployment? Where there are the people willing to work, able to work, but cannot find a suitable job. This is known as unemployment. You know the difference between the employment and unemployment. When there are people he is ready to work and he is able to work, but cannot find a suitable job. This is known as unemployment. So in our country, while formulating the policies by the government, they have to distinguish the nature of unemployment in the rural areas and urban areas. So the government has to give more importance to the nature of unemployment, whether it rural areas or the urban areas. While formulating a policy, the government has to give importance depends upon the nature of unemployment, because the nature of unemployment is not similar with the rural areas and the urban areas. In rural areas, what are the nature of employment exists means seasonal employment, seasonal unemployment, disguised unemployment. There are two types of unemployment. Then in the rural areas, underemployment and unemployment are taken place in the form of seasonal unemployment and the disguised unemployment. Whereas in the case of urban areas, the nature of unemployment is frictional, structural and open unemployment. So you know the difference between the nature of unemployment in the rural areas and the urban areas. In the rural areas, the people are underemployed or unemployed. That may be in the form of seasonal unemployment and disguised unemployment. Whereas in the case of urban areas, the nature of unemployment is frictional, structural and open unemployment. Moreover, the migration of people from rural areas and urban areas will increase the labor forces in the urban areas. Migration of people from rural areas to urban areas. That means the people who are living in the rural areas are migrated, are moving to the urban areas to finding out or searching out job in the urban areas. So these are the brief introduction about the unemployment. The nature of unemployment between the rural areas and the urban areas. So what do you mean by unemployment? What are the nature of unemployment and how it is differ from the rural areas and the urban areas. So this is the brief introduction about the employment and the unemployment. Now types of unemployment. What are the various types of unemployment? So the nature of unemployment is differ from the developed countries and the developing countries. The nature of unemployment is not similar to developing and the developing countries. It is entirely differ from the developing and the developing countries. In case of developed countries, the unemployment may be purely temporary or cyclical in nature. In developed countries, the unemployment are purely temporary or cyclical in nature. But in case of developing countries like India, the nature of unemployment are structural unemployment. And because of the slow rate of capital formation. So the previous case we saw the nature of unemployment between the rural areas and the urban areas. And the next one is the nature of unemployment is differ from the developed countries and the developing countries. In case of developing country, the structure of unemployment that exists because of the slow rate of capital formation. But in case of developed countries, the unemployment is purely temporary or cyclical in nature. Then types of unemployment. Number one, cyclical unemployment. This kind of employment exists in the business cycle, the recession and the depression stage. So already you know there are 4 stages in business cycle: boom, recession, depression and recovery. There are 4 stages in the business cycle. So in the business cycle, recession and depression stage, the income of the people comes down. So automatically the output also comes down. It increases the unemployment. Income comes down, output comes down, it increases the unemployment. Because of the cause of deficiency or demand or decreasing of demand. Due to deficiency in demand or decreasing in demand, the income of the people and the output of the country is decreased, which is happening in the recession stage and in the depression stage. Then how you rectify this type of unemployment? Or it can be cured by the public investment, improving of public investment and expansion of monetary policy. There are 2 ways. The cyclical unemployment may be cured by the increasing of public investment and the expansion of monetary policies. Then seasonal unemployment. Second type, seasonal unemployment. This unemployment occurs only in the particular season. The unemployment occurs only in the particular season. Say for example, in the field of agriculture and agro-based industries, the industries which are using the agricultural output as a raw material or the product, the production activity are happening only in the particular season, and the remaining periods are unemployed, which are called off season. In the agriculture industries or agro-based industries, the production activities are taken place only in the particular season. So out of 12 months, only up to 6 months only these industries are functioning or working. Remaining months or remaining period of the year will be treated as unemployment. That season is called as off season. So not only the supply side and also demand side. Demand side also one of the cause for the seasonal unemployment. Seasonal unemployment may cause due to the shortage of demand also, because of the production activities, the producing of ice cream industries, umbrella industries, holiday resorts. These are the industries are functioning only in the particular season. So the demand side, the people who wanted the ice cream only in the particular season. The umbrella can be utilized only in the particular season. The holiday resorts are functioning only in the particular season. So the demand side also deciding the cause of seasonal unemployment. Not only the supply side and also the demand side. Then third one, frictional unemployment or temporary unemployment. So the previous two, the first and second type of unemployment may occur in the rural areas. The cyclical unemployment, the seasonal unemployment occurs in the rural areas. The third one, frictional unemployment or temporary unemployment arises. There is an imbalance between the demand and supply. There is an imbalance between demand and the supply. Because of the immobility of labor forces, lack of skill, breakdown of the machineries, and shortage of raw material. So due to these four reasons, the unemployment will be only as temporary one or a frictional one. Because of the immobility of labor force, that is moving the labor forces from one place to other place, that is not mobile, that is known as immobility of labor forces. And the people who are engaging in the employment not possessing the necessary amount of skill, which is known as lack of skill. And sometimes or unexpectedly the breakdown of the machineries also cause for the temporary unemployment or frictional unemployment. Apart from that, the unemployment may occur due to the shortage of raw material also. So raw material is one of the important for the production of activities. If it is there is a shortage of raw material, then automatically the production process will be stopped. So we simply say the frictional unemployment or the temporary unemployment may occur in the urban areas because of the imbalances between the demand and the supply. That means immobility of labor forces. If it is not supplied with the expected level of the amount of labor forces, immobility, then lack of skill by the employees, breakdown of the machineries, and shortage of raw material. Then next one, educated unemployment. This type of unemployment occurs sometime. The educated people are unemployed or underemployed. The educated people are unemployed or underemployed sometimes. When the qualification is not matched with the job. The qualification is not matching with the job, then the people are working. So this is known as educated unemployment. Sometimes educated unemployment, educated people are underemployed and unemployed because of the qualification is not matching with the job. Because of the faulty education system, lack of skill by the candidates, then more number of students turning out every year, and the people who are preferring the white collar job, the candidate or the graduates prefer for the white collar job. So the educated unemployment may address the faulty education system, number one. Number two, lack of or the possession of necessary skill. Then more number of graduates or the students turning out every year. Then most of the educated people are preferring the white collar job, not ready to doing of any kind of job. They are preferring only the white collar job, so that educated unemployment may arises. Then technical unemployment. Technical unemployment occurs when the introduction of capital intensive projects, innovative method of projects. So there are two types of technical. One is labor intensive and the capital intensive. Capital intensive means giving more importance to the machineries and equipments, and less number of people are working. That kind of industries are called capital intensive projects. On the other hand, more number of labor forces are working and lesser importance given to the machineries or equipments. Such kind of industries are called as labor intensive industries, labor intensive projects. So in our case, introduction of innovation by the capital intensive projects or industries, adaptation of new techniques or implementation of new techniques. So workers are automatically retrenched from more number of workers to less number of workers. Retrenched means dismissal of workers because of the workers are not needed for the particular job due to the implementation of new techniques, adaptation of new techniques. So this is technical unemployment. So the unemployment may occur due to the implementation of modern methods or the new techniques. So far we are seeing the number of types of unemployment. Number one, cyclical unemployment, seasonal unemployment, frictional unemployment, educated unemployment, technical unemployment. So two more topics that we will continue in the next class.